Good morning, everybody. It's Shelly. Happy Thursday. Finally back to my schedule. Scott had to, because we went to Florida, Scott had to test for COVID to go back to work because we flew across the country, and apparently that's dangerous or whatever. But anyways, he tested negative, so he got to go back to work today. I don't know if got to go back to work is the right statement there, but he went back to work today. I think he was glad to be back on his schedule. I know I was definitely feeling it a little. So I just decided that I would wait until he went back to work to start my videos again. So here I am. We had a blast at Disney. About day 4 or 5, I was ready to come home. We were there for a total of 9 days, basically. We left on the 2nd and came home on the 10th. And we had 7 in-park days in there. So it was just different because there was like 6 foot between, lining up for rides. There was no fast passes. Most of the counter service restaurants were mobile ordering. We got some really good reservations at some great sit-down restaurants, and that was nice. We got really good service most of the time. And the hotel was different because they came in every other day and just switched out like our towels, but they didn't like make the beds or clean up. They didn't touch any of our stuff. So that was just different. I thought they were going to do like a full room service thing. And so I actually called and was like, I don't see any difference here. And they said, oh, we just left towels. And I was like, oh, okay, that makes sense. Anyways, and the flights were good. They were not social distancing on United Airlines, which it didn't bother me that much. We all had to wear our masks. The whole vacation, the only time that we weren't wearing our masks when we were in our hotel room or sitting down for a meal. That was it. The rest of the time we were in our masks. I'm not a big fan of them, but I try not to bitch and complain. but it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. I did have my nose ran a lot, and it was cold in Florida. It was in the, like at night, it was in the 40s or 50s. And in the day it was in the 50s, 60s and 70s. And we only had like one day, I think it was 1 or 2 days where it got up above 70, which was really, it was a cold snap for Florida, which was kind of disappointing, but there's nothing we could do about it. It's not like we can dial in the weather. It's supposed to be in the 80s. So I brought shorts and stuff. And then, but I saw when I repacked a few days before because I saw that we needed to. Anyways, back to the law of attraction. Just wanted to give a little update on our vacation. Glad to be back. I've truly, truly built a life that I don't need a vacation from because I love going on vacation, but I also, like, weeks before we went, I was already looking forward to getting back home. So that's my life. And so I've just been hearing it a lot in some of the videos and stuff that I've been watching, and the stuff I've been reading is, and I've said it before, the journey is more important than the goal. And so how do you manifest things? How do you get to your goal so much faster than anyone else that that's getting to their goal? You have fun. You find the joy. You find the gratitude. You look forward to what you're going to do. Just as an example, like a Disney trip. Are you just trudging away to save the money for the Disney trip? Or are you having fun saving the money for the Disney trip? Every time you put that money into the savings account or towards that vacation, if you've already booked the vacation and you're just paying it off, like, are you going, yay, I get to go to Disney? Or are you going, oh, that's another $200 that I've got to, squalor away? So you feel the difference between that. Like, excited, grateful, having fun, telling everybody, I just paid another $200 on my trip. It's so awesome. Or are you like, oh, this is so hard. It's the holiday season and I have to put another $200 towards this trip. And, oh, yeah, we're going to have fun, but this is so hard and so difficult. Like, why would you want to go on a vacation or get to that goal that's been so hard to get to? Because the whole thing, this whole thing that we're here for, like the ultimate goal, I'm going to just say this, the ultimate goal is to pass on to the next level, spiritual level, whether that's heaven, whether that's the universe, whether that's source, whether that's Allah, whatever it is for you. That's the goal, is to pass on to that, to get rid of our physical body and pass on to that, knowing that we just had a blast here. That's what the goal is. So why not have as much fun as we can every day, to find as much joy, as much fun, as much great interactions, as much fun in this physical material world. You know, I was watching Kyle Cease this morning, and he was talking about addiction and how basically addiction is the product of not being happy with something. You know, if you're addicted to drugs, you're trying to feel better. If you're addicted to eating, you're trying to feel better. Like most of addiction is you try to feel better. And one of the things he said is you get the sports car. So he was referring to men mostly, but you get the sports car so you can get laid, is what he said, which is his, you know, he says things like that, which don't bother me because I would say something like that. But anyways, who is saying hi? I'm sorry, I can't see who's on my screen because I don't have my reading glasses on. Anyways, and when he said that, you know, I immediately went to my sports car and was like, I don't have that to get laid. I have it because it's so much fun. And every time I get in it, I'm like patting her dash. Hi, B, I'm so happy to have you. Let's go driving today. Like, that's what my car is about. If your car is about that much fun, then that's great. If your car is about, you know, getting in it and like looking around and who's looking at me, like I do that. I'm going to, you know, I've got an ego. I'm in this physical world. I'm a human being, but I also am just so happy about it. And every time I make a payment, I'm just so grateful for it. Every time I, you know, look in my driveway, I'm excited that I actually have that car in my driveway. It's so amazing. So that's the difference. Like, you know, you get that goal. Are you still so excited about that goal? It's like, you know, coming home from Disney, you know, is it like a letdown? Like, I'm back to my life now. And, you know, when you save up for that car and you finally get that car and then you're driving it and you're like, this felt good for a minute, but it doesn't feel good anymore. Like, the journey up to that is just as important as that. So if you're not having fun reaching your goals, you need to figure out a way to do it, because when you start having fun reaching your goals will come at you so fast and so amazingly that it's just awesome. Like the week before I got my car, butterflies every day. Every time I thought about it, I would just get that, you know, and same with Disney. I didn't feel it with Disney for a while. And then like probably about 4 or 5 days before we were going to go, I started feeling it. And I was like, I'm so excited to go to Disney. This is going to be so great. And I had this moment, and my husband, I try not to get emotional about it. I had this moment, and it's going to sound totally silly. Get rid of this thing on my screen. But they don't have parades right now. They call them cavalcades. So every once in a while you're just walking through one of the Disney World parks, you'll just hear this loud music over the PA speakers, and then here comes some characters and a float, or, you know, whatever, some dancers, a band, whatever. And we were, I believe, at the Magic Kingdom, and we heard the music, so we stopped and looked around, and we saw the cast members, you know, clearing the street. And so we stood there to see who was coming, and here comes Minnie Mouse in her red polka dot Camaro. And I was like, oh my God, I can't believe it. Is it crazy that I'm like tearing up because Minnie Mouse is in her Camaro too? And my husband just was like looking at me like, what? And then I was like, Minnie, I'm waving at her like I'm 4 years old. It was insane. And she blew me a kiss and waved at me, and I started crying. And it's like, those are the Disney moments. Like, that's amazing. And you can watch this and go, Shelly, you are nuts. You are almost 50 years old. Pull your shit together. Like, you're crazy. It was what it was. And I was just like so excited in that moment. And that's the magic of Disney. And it was so fun getting there. It was so fun planning that trip. It was so, every time we made a payment to that trip, every time we paid something off, every time we, got our magic bands in the mail or got our confirmation for our, Magical Express to get from the airport to the park. It was exciting. Like, it wasn't like, I mean, we planned a Disneyland trip and Disneyland closed. And, that was when we were all just going, what the heck is going on here? And then we were just like, you know what? We're not going to call them because everybody's calling them right now. Like, this is a worldwide thing. Let's not panic. Like, our money's still there. Our trip's still there. We'll figure it out. And then as it get closer and closer to our trip, and then we saw Disney World open and Disneyland wasn't opening, we were like, maybe we should turn this into a Disney World trip, which is, pretty amazing. I'm still a Disneyland girl. I would much rather go to Disneyland than Disney World. It's just a totally different experience, and I appreciate Disneyland, and I'm a purist, and I love the original. But the cool thing about Disney World is we were both born in 1971. We're both turning 50 next year. Amazing. Okay, anyways, it is so important if you want to get to your goals super fast is to find the joy and find the gratitude and find the good and the happiness in every step of the way. And when you start doing that, those goals will come rushing into your life and you'll be ready for the next one. I'm already looking at I saw this cool green, it was like Granny Smith green, like shimmery Camaro the other day, and I'm like, I would love to have a rainbow of Camaros. I want a red one, an orange one. I got the yellow one, a green one, a blue one, and a purple one. And it'd be nice to have a silver one that I can put a big old Raider sticker on. So that's, is that crazy? Yeah, it's crazy, but wouldn't it be a blast? I'd probably end up like renting them out to pay for themselves because that's just who I am, an entrepreneur at heart. But like, yeah, it's fun. Have fun. Be fun. Be happy. Be grateful. Get into that and enjoy it. If you are on YouTube, please subscribe to my channel and hit the thumbs up button. I would so appreciate it. If you are on Facebook, thanks for watching. If you would ever like to be coached by me, just let me know. I do the first session for free just to make sure that we're gonna, click. And then right now I'm charging $30 for about an hour session. And I believe that's pretty reasonable from what I've, looked at. But that's what I'm charging right now. If that's something you're interested in, just let me know. You can message me on Facebook. I'm pretty sure you can message me. Yeah, you can message me on YouTube. So have a great day. I'm going to go. Got stuff to do. And yeah, talk to you later. Bye. Oops. Jeez.
Good morning, everybody. It's Shelly.